What's up, everybody? Vinny Krapora here with our new video series, Elder Currents, where we bring all of our shark elders to the forefront and why they're so important to this charity and fundraiser. Today, we're going to start the first ever Elder Currents with our shark elder, Dan Matthews, aka Dan's Cans Matthews. What's up, Dan? How you doing, brother?
We're doing good, bud. Yeah, just learning to live with Dan's Cans never going away.
So Dan's Cans is folklore now. Everybody probably knows the story already. But long story short, my man brought cans to Land Sharks for Shark Week, and that's a big no-no. You've owned it. You've owned it that much.
It's taken on a life of its own. So,
but we love you for it. You've been around for a long time. I mean, my man's been around.
The very humble beginnings.
Very, very, very humble beginnings. That was when we had like 4 or 5 people that were just hanging out for Shark Week in a dorm room. So, yeah. Any story that you want to tell us from those times?
Honestly, probably just the first time I got to experience a breach. It's a magical moment. It really is.
All right, my man. So, getting into it now, how did you start with Land Sharks for Shark Week? I know we talked about it a little bit before we just got into this, but give us a little bit of more of a lowdown of how exactly you got your start with Land Sharks for Shark Week and this charity organization.
Just way back in the very beginning, fellow shark elder Bucko has been a good friend of mine since high school.
The Bottle Whisperer.
Yeah, he just told me like one day, it was like, oh yeah, just come on over to the apartment. Well, we're having a whole thing for Shark Week. He gave me the brief rundown. It sounded fun. Came on in, and as they say, the rest is history. And I've gotten to watch it grow from just us hanging out, learning about sharks, to now the charitable whirlwind that we've somehow become. It's been amazing to watch and be a part of.
A lot of humble beginnings, like we just talked about. I mean, we were in dorm rooms for a long time. We didn't think this was going to have legs. And all of a sudden, after maybe like 6 years, 7 years or so, we reached out to a few people. They were interested. Shout out to Shaka Kai, shout out to Knockaround. They've been with us for a very long time now, about 5 or 6 years. This thing definitely has legs, and we're excited to see where it goes. What is your driving force behind your efforts in Land Sharks for Shark Week?
It's a little bit of everything. It's just the camaraderie with the fellow shark elders. Like, we've been friends for a long, long time.
Sir. And
it's a good way just to make sure we all stay in touch. We all find time to come together, learn about sharks, have fun. And then, I mean, the fact that it's evolved to the point where we're actually like making a difference and giving like very like sizable charitable donations. Like you've said, it has legs, and just watching it grow has been a wild ride.
All right, Dan. So let's talk about sponsors a little bit here. So we've had Shaka Kai, we've had Knockaround, Oink Design just popped on.
Yeah,
we've had a decent amount of sponsors that have been, coming up with us through the years. So how do you feel about these sponsors and what they're providing for us?
They're fantastic. Just the fact that they took a chance on us, and just like how humbly like we started, and really the only reason we've been able to branch out and get bigger is through sponsors, partnerships, and just being able to do more. It's like, as technology, social media, all that has like evolved, it's given us a chance to like reach out and really make like a bigger difference. Like I said, without them, we're probably still just
in a dorm room.
Yeah.
I haven't even talked about Bimini Shark Lab yet. So, I consider them a sponsor too. I really do. They've took a liking to us when we first reached out to them too. So shout out to them as well. But I know that you have the Bimini Shark Lab shirt on right now. So
Mhm.
definitely a solid shout out to them. We've collectively raised around $7,000 now for Bimini Shark Lab in the past, I believe, 4 years or 5 years that we've been doing this. And we actually made this into a legitimate charitable organization.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine, how far this is going to go. Every year we surpass that number, we surpass that dollar amount. And like you said, the next 15 years, we have no idea where it's going to go. So it's going to be great to see.
Can't wait.
All right. So let's get into actual Shark Week. Okay.
Mhm.
So there's specials every night.
Yep.
I got to ask you, what is your favorite special so far? I know there's been 15 years of specials. I should say 14, but 15 specials. So there's been a lot out there. There's been a lot of breaches. There's been a lot of weird stuff, alien sharks. We've had all kinds of things that have been going on that TV screen. So what's your favorite special so far?
Ooh, a little bit of deep cut. Mythbuster episodes.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of that?
What was it? It was like they rebuilt the shark from Jaws.
Oh, that
Like
is
exactly how they did it back in like the 70s. So they could test what was it? Shooting the propane tank in its mouth to see like if it would actually explode.
Dude, that's like legit, like you said, deep cut. That's like 2013, 2014. That's a long time ago, man.
Man, I love Shark Week. I love Mythbusters. It's a match made in heaven.
I love that answer. Mr. Matthews, got a quick question for you in regards to charity. Okay.
Yep.
We talked about the charity organization and where we want this thing to really go, but what's your vision for this charity? What do you have to offer for the coming years?
Thinking about the future, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Just because from where we started to now, never even like crossed my mind that we would be anywhere near what we're doing now.
Yeah.
So just thinking like even like 5-10 years down the line, it could be so much bigger than like we ever thought possible. Like the sky really is the limit. And just like as long as you stay the course, keep the sharks in mind, and just focus on what we can do. It's like I said, the sky's the limit.
Oh, we know what we want to do. We know how we want to do it. It's just getting the word out there at this point, in my opinion. Right?
Yeah,
Do you kind of agree with that?
Oh yeah, 100%. At this point, it really is a lot of just like building awareness, getting the word out, getting more people involved, and yeah, just from there we can see how much further we can grow and how much bigger we can make that fin.
You're in marketing, right? That's
Digital marketing.
Maybe you could talk about that a little bit for our viewers out there. What do you think we should do to really try to get our word out there a little bit more? What should we do to increase the awareness and increase that footprint that we really want to to have for this charitable organization, for Bimini, for Shaka Kai, for all of these aspects?
It really just does depend. Like it's a case by case basis. Like everything, there's really no cookie cutter approach to like how we can build this. It really is just getting out there, sharing the posts, raising awareness, just really like shouting it from the rooftops as much as we can to just promote this, make sure everyone like knows that that there's like a real like mission behind this. It's not just us coming together and joking around. Like there is like a legitimate mission behind all of our shenanigans.
It's a great point. We still have fun. Don't get that twisted. We still have a good time. But we know that the main thing is the awareness for the sharks, ocean conservation, things like that, right?
Yeah, 100%. Legitimately, it's about making a genuine connection.
It is. That's the truth. I mean, we have people reaching out to us out of nowhere, really. They're like, what is this? What is this all about? And we tell them, once again, from the humble beginnings up until now. And they're like, how is this even a thing? You guys are in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
There's a beach like 2 hours away from us. Okay. It's at the Jersey Shore. Okay. That's our beach. But, we're landlocked technically in Pennsylvania. And here we are raising money for shark research and ocean conservation. How do you feel about that?
I love every second of it. Because the world is an interconnected thing and we got to do our part. Even if we're landlocked.
All right, cool. So, I guess we kind of went through how we can make this charity better.
Yeah.
But is there any like small things like throughout the week that you might want to see, that you might want to change? I know this year is going to be just one day, one big party day, and then the other ones are going to be streamed throughout the week at our casas. But is there anything that you might want to see on that day to day, that might help us out a little bit?
Theme nights might be a good idea. Yeah, maybe like a different elder hosts a different night.
Okay. I like that idea, actually. So let me ask you this question instead. This is more for your marketing background, I guess, a question for that. We're trying to obviously extend our reach more than just the week of Shark Week. We're starting to do that. We're seeing the solid capabilities of what we can do outside of just that, small 7-day set that we have. I know you talked about, getting the awareness out there, getting the marketing materials out there. But what are other things that you might find that could be beneficial for us to potentially, move towards in order to, once again, get the word out?
No, I definitely like the idea of the beach cleanups and getting like a sizable number of us out there and like just like branded stuff. But yeah, I don't know, maybe some kind of like partnership or like joint cleanup thing, or
nice.
I don't know, maybe like day of the aquarium or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are options. We just gotta figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Dan's Cans. What's your favorite shark?
Oh,
I need to know this. Everybody needs to have a favorite shark.
I stick with the classics. Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. All right. So rest in peace, Ritaville. Rest in peace, Finora and Finny. They're lost at sea. Unfortunately.
I like to think they found each other and they're off making like a little shark family somewhere.
That's awesome.
Somewhere nice.
So if anybody who doesn't know, we've actually adopted technically 3 sharks from Bimini Shark Lab. Finny was the first one. Finora was the second one, and Ritaville was last year's shark. And they all had tags on, satellite tags. And after a year, after the salt water really gets to it, it starts to erode, the battery starts to die, and they just fall off. So in February of this year, talking about Ritaville, and we were excited to see exactly where she was. I popped on, and it looked like she was nowhere to be found. So she's swimming peacefully without the Land Shark for Shark Week pals looking for her. But,
we'll find her again one day.
We will. All right, everybody. And there you have it. Our first ever Elders Currents with our very own Shark Elder Dan's Cans Matthews. Sir, thank you so much for popping on, man. This is actually kind of fun.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm always down to talk sharks.
And we're going to be able to do it very soon because Shark Week is coming up July 20th. Our charity event is July 20th. It's going to be from very early in the morning until very late at night. So more information to come in a little while. Looking forward to giving that to you guys. But for now, the Land Sharks for Shark Week, for Finny and Dan's Cans, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time on Elders Currents. See ya.
See you guys.